Explain why the transition metals are good conductors of electricity. So to understand this question, we need to know where the transition metals are in the periodic table. So if we have a look, they're between groups 2 and 3, so this big block in the middle. And we need to understand why they are good conductors of electricity. Now you may remember that metals form giant metallic structures, and the transition metals are no different. So if we take scandium, for example, it has an atomic number of 21, which means it has 21 protons, and that's equal to the number of electrons because it's not charged at this point. So if we draw the electron configuration of scandium, there will be 2 electrons in its first shell, that's the maximum capacity of the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell, again the maximum capacity of the second shell, 2 plus 8 is 10, there will be 8 electrons in the third shell, again that's the maximum capacity of the third shell. So now we have 18 electrons, and that means there will be 3 outer electrons in its final shell or its outer shell. So if we try and draw the giant metallic structure of scandium, we know that each positive ion will have 3 electrons delocalized. So what that means is if I draw part of its structure, so again it doesn't matter how many positive ions I draw as long as the number of electrons matches up. So I've drawn 6 positive ions, and remember they're positive because scandium loses electrons to get its stable shell of outer electrons, so it's going to have its third shell as its outer shell once it loses those 3 electrons, and therefore it's going to become stable. But because it's lost 3 electrons, that means it's more positively charged as there are more protons than electrons, so therefore it forms a cation or a positive ion. And I've drawn 6 ions, all metallically bonded together, and remember that metallic bonding comes from the electrostatic attractive forces of these positive ions to the electrons, and those electrons are delocalized. So if I'm to draw those delocalized electrons, there are going to be 18, and that's because there are 3 electrons per positive ion. So as I said, it doesn't matter how many cations we draw, what's important is that they match up with the number of electrons. So there we go, that is my metallic structure. And what we can see is that these electrons are all free to move, they're delocalized. So in terms of transition metals, the reason they're good conductors of electricity is because these electrons can move and therefore carry a charge. So just like all metals, they form giant metallic structures, and therefore there are delocalized electrons which can carry a charge through the structure, and so transition metals are good conductors of electricity, especially scandium as well, because there are 3 electrons per cation. So remember, if there are more electrons there, that means it's easier for it to carry that charge.